Hey, welcome back everybody to the last part of our Halo 4 multiplayer peak play. I actually wanted to do a couple more things before I wrap it up. So that is the things I'll be doing in this video. I'll be checking out Spartan Ops, which is the thing that will be replacing and has replaced already Firefight. There is no more Firefight, which has disappointed a couple people. Oh, not a couple people. It has disappointed a large amount of people that are going to really miss Firefight, because everyone does. There are a large amount of people that love the just pretty much horde mode of pretty much the people that kind of did that, at least made it really big. First was Gears of War 2, people from Epic. That's what made it really big, and not to have that anymore is actually is an interesting twist when it comes to marketing. So let's see why they changed it not to have Firefight and just replace it pretty much with Spartan Ops. And what Spartan Ops pretty much is that is an episodic content. You can actually see all the episodes here, and I played it on normal just to see how they kind of played out. And every episode has 5 chapters. There are only 2 episodes out as of now. The third one is coming on the 20th, if I believe so. So let's see, what day is it right now? Oh crap, yeah, there is no date here. Let's see, what does it say on my computer? Is the 16th. So in about 4 days the third episode should be out. So yeah, in about 4 days. So third episode will be out, but the way that a lot of people, I think a lot of people miss too, is that there's a cutscene before every episode, and I totally missed out when I played like all 5 chapters of this episode. I did not notice that there is a cutscene. So let's check out one of the cutscenes and see how they look and why this makes like a huge improvement, or not a huge improvement, but why it was able to replace not Forge, but Firefight. So let's watch the episode, or like it says watch the episode, but it's pretty much like a beginning of the episode and the events to come. So we'll watch that, and then I'll probably play Sniper Alley just to show off. Pretty much the formula to these missions are all the same. You go to one area, clear out that area, go to another area, clear out the area, have an objective, and so on and so forth. And the formulas are pretty much the same. You pretty much kill a large group of enemies and then do something else. Alright! Cannot play it. Can we do it again? One more time? If we can't watch it, then we can't watch it, sadly. But there'll be videos out for it. It looks like when you watch these videos, though, they stream it. So you'll, see how they like stream the video? It's not actually on the disc. It's so weird. I don't know why.
I'm not gonna complain.
But here, I'll shut up and let you hear all the
oh man, the place
talking.
is a mess. I mean, too many Covenant asylum seekers, all pinned up.
Yeah, DeMarco said it was crazy.
Well, it could have been worse. I mean, look what happened to New Phoenix. We even caught this one Sangheili freak trying to detonate a Havoc nuke.
Oh yeah, give it a rest. We all know you were on the other side of town when they caught that hinge head.
Yeah? And where were you, DeMarco?
Well, Madsen and me? We were just making sure the ladies of Rio de Janeiro felt safe and secure.
That's right. Just Fire Team Majestic doing a little community outreach, man.
That's right.
You had people in New Phoenix, didn't you?
I did.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to...
It's alright. I'll get over it.
Hey, Thorn. Just take a look at this. There she is, man. Infinity.
Team Majestic.
Yeah, that's us.
Welcome aboard, Spartans. I'm Roland, ship's AI, at your service. On the line, Spartans. Someone will be along to show you around shortly.
All right, Majestic, form up. Oh, take a look.
Oh my.
I saw her first. Hi there.
Well, hello, Spartan.
Paul DeMarco. I lead Fire Team Majestic.
Wow. A whole fire team, huh?
I didn't catch your name?
Sarah Palmer. Commander Sarah Palmer. I lead all the fire teams aboard Infinity.
Fire Team Majestic, Commander on deck!
At ease, Spartans. Follow me. S-Deck is this way.
Shut it.
Attention all hands. Prep for slip space jump. This is the latest SIGINT on Covenant fleet locations, Captain. Pretty standard positioning, really.
Commander Palmer. Things get boring in Spartan Town?
Captain Lasky. You know I come up here for my peace and quiet. I'm not interrupting nap time, am I?
On the contrary. Show starts at 0500.
We've waited 6 months. We could spend another 48 hours running the teams through the war games.
Navy disagrees with Spartans on this one. They want you ready. Now.
Ladies and other Spartans, listen up. Your new workplace is a planet first discovered by humanity 6 months ago, called Requiem. Some of the old hands here know what you're in for. The rest of you, you're due an education. Upstairs want to set up research bases. But before they can do that, we need to fend off some Covenant squatters. The Coveys. They believe this is the home of one of their gods. The way I see it, if those freaks want to meet God, it's our duty to help them along.
Streaming issues. They can load up the video already. But you get what you get what you're trying to get. There we go. But yeah, the cutscenes in Halo 4, I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit. They're freaking fantastic. I love them. Everyone always comments saying either 343 or Bungie needs to either make a CGI film, because the CGI works, especially the opening scene for Halo 4 single player. It's fantastic. I loved it. It almost looked so freaking real. But at the same time, they added little hints here and there saying, hey, this is CGI, but it looks really nice. Really nice CGI. And I cannot wait for games that look like that one day. But at the same time, it would cost so much money to make games like that. So, in perspective, it isn't, I could totally create a whole entire video on why we shouldn't really try and go towards that, but it would be nice. We always do need to go into art directions more than trying graphic fidelity. And, art direction is usually key, especially when, for me anyway, I'm always caught by what the art direction is like. I'm like, for instance, a good example would be Darksiders, one of my favorite series. A large amount of it pertains to the art direction and how everything is done. It's not the best looking game, but goddamn, do I love the freaking art direction, and I like looking at everything. And I really love that. And usually, if you don't have good art direction, but you have very good graphics, it doesn't really save you in the long run. And I think that's what Halo has really fantastic art, and just the way everything is pieced together, everything is coherent, and that's how multiplayer is. And you know, multiplayer is solid all around the board. Maps are always looking well done. They always look like they can mold in together pretty well. Yeah, everything's different, but it makes sense because you're on this planet that has so many different environments. But there's always little pieces in the maps that always has a representation of the same familiar feel, which is the Forerunner technology and buildings. And I give them props for doing that. That are UNSC bases that were either abandoned, and it's really cool how they made that in. But let's go ahead, let's jump on in, and let's play one of the things and see how it kind of introduces itself to, you know, how it kind of goes in. We'll play it on normal. Since I am by myself, and this is actually meant for multiple people. I played all of the chapters by themselves, and it's even hard just to play these episodes just on normal, because you do get overwhelmed with enemies, and you might see it. But get my episode.
Crimson, I'm moving you up to something a little tougher today. Inserting you into a Covenant-held area the Marines have been throwing themselves against to no avail. Short version of your to-do list: if it moves, shoot it.
Alright, so let's start this.
One moment.
Let's go ahead.
There's a lot of power being pulled from the planet. Weird.
Crimson doesn't need a science report, Miller. They just need a target to shoot.
Right, Commander. Have a look in this area, Crimson. See what you can find.
These are also really good ways to get your kill commendations. Most of your kill commendations are usually killing Covenant, and I think they're the only ways to get your kill commendation is to do Spartan Ops, because there's a large amount of commendations for every type of enemy that you would run into in Spartan Ops, and the more you kill, the more accommodations, and the closer you can get to higher level accommodations, which is what you always aim for in the first place. And those get you experience. Those also rack you up percentages as well. So if you're a completionist, you want to play a lot of war games and a lot of Spartan Ops. And that is the way to do it. And using different weapons is also a key factor. Just don't use the DMR. Don't just use the pistol like I'm going to be doing for a while. Once I actually master these weapons, I'm probably going to go with a whole bunch of different weapons I would probably never use. Maybe stick with one, at least my startup weapons anyway. Oh, someone's using the turret. They're not doing too well at that range though. I can like easily kind of... Ah, crap. Gotcha. Oh, I shouldn't have thrown that grenade. I always hate the elites for running at you after sticking them. Hate that. But I got him anyway. Woo! Booyah. There he is. Got me. Booyah. 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 Ah. Not used to my sensitivity yet. I have my sensitivity on 4. Not used to that yet. It's not too high though.
Commander, there's a power source nearby. Might want to have Crimson take a look.
I might turn it down a bit. I might turn it to a 3. 3 is not bad. 4's okay. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I might stick with 4. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Shields down.
Freaking shaking. Ah, there we go.
Same as before, Crimson. Find a way through that shield.
There we go. Ah! Ah, my aim is off so much. Right, focus. Focus, Vince. Ah, I was trying to get it between them. There we go. Ah. The good thing about Spartan Ops, though, if you play it by yourself, you don't have to really worry about dying because you just respawn like you're playing a multiplayer game. Now, I don't know if that affects your score, but from what I've witnessed, it doesn't. As long as you complete the challenge and you boost your score up as much as possible. Oh, I thought that was his head. See how you can somewhat easily get overwhelmed when you're playing by yourself? Imagine playing this when you're playing this on Legendary or Heroic. You can easily get destroyed. That's a lot of enemies I'm fighting just for right now. He's not dead? Oh, there's another one. There we go. See, and now I'm starting to get back in the game. It's weird doing commentating while playing a first-person shooter. There we go. Alright. I'm feeling a little bit more at home now. It's going to take me a little while to do first-person shooters and commentating and doing it the correct way. Try not to screw up so many times. There we go. Yeah, and it's been a long time since I've done live commentating for a while. I know I've been uploading a lot, but I've actually been kind of off the game for a while. And it's actually kind of nice to do just, just some, non-pro commentary. Like, it's just nice to just talk about the game and play the game at the same time. That's what commentating is. The shaking is killing me, man.
It appears.
Spit it out, Miller.
There we go. Power from the structures. Give me a minute to sort it out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Miller's working on his science. Crimson, you continue clearing the area.
What a bastard. Gotcha. Alright. Now, as I'm killing these enemies, I'm getting my... Yep, see that? I got my Jackal Slayer Novice commendation completed, and I also got some experience for that. So, it was definitely worth it. Now, I got some ammo for that. Let's start using these weapons, get some commendation points out of that as well. Actually, I think the weapon commendations are specifically for war games. So if you want commendations for your weapons, I think you have to play war games in order to get those. Now, because I haven't seen any weapon commendations come up for just playing. Oh crap! For just Spartan Ops, which is kind of a shame, but at the same time, I understand. You don't want to get all your commendations just because you're playing, Spartan Ops. That wouldn't be right. Because a lot of people can just farm it. And it's kind of hard to farm commendations and medals and all that with war games because they're always being contested. And, every match is always different, which is good. But I think after this Spartan Ops, I'll go directly into the customization and talk about that and what's missing and what's not, what's better, what I dislike about it. The only thing I really dislike about customization is that it still has it to where you have to unlock things, which I'm not a very big fan of. Oh, he has a sword. Oh, you're hiding. Gotcha. Darn it. Dead body. Oh no. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Oh crap, 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 crap. I can't back up. Woohoo! Woo! Ah, this is not good. Wow, got overrun in no time. Was not prepared for that. Oh, and bad spawn point. Do not like where I am. These guys are gonna follow me and kill me, isn't he? Come on. Oh, damn it. Gotcha. Yep. As you guys can tell, I love my DMR. If I can do it correctly. Alright, get him in the neck. ahead. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sloppy. I've been pretty sloppy for the past few peak plays now. I've not been good. And I am sorry if I'm not doing up to par for what you want me to do. But it's okay. It's okay. I think. Nah. I expected me to not do well, especially in multiplayer peak plays. Hell, most of you might enjoy me. might actually enjoy me not doing that well. Got you. Alright. Try not to get overwhelmed. When you're playing Spartan Ops by yourself, it's better just to take it slow and easy. Even if there is there's a mission called Challenge, and there's like a little hidden it's not like there's an achievement or anything. But there's another team trying to compete on who can liberate towers the fastest. And if you can liberate that faster, you get nice little, kind of like nice little dialogue Easter eggs in a way. To where it's like, okay, if you can beat them, you get different dialogue. I don't think it affects your score though. So that's, although you might feel pressured to do certain things as fast as possible, just kind of take your time, no matter if you lose the race or not. It's okay. You're not, although you're kind of pressured to do it, you don't have to. And that's always a nice little thing about that. It's time for me to get a new weapon soon. Oh, no. No. Freaking... I think those are Zealot Elite too, the ones that carry the swords. And shame on anyone that says sword. I know there's a W there, but it's supposed to be silent. Yes, battle rifle. Well, I don't know. I think battle rifle is like my third favorite. I'm always a sucker for rocket launchers. Hey, give me a rocket launcher. I love that.
You got it, Commander.
Uh-oh. Ah, that's why I like it. It's pretty much a battle rifle, but it does a burst of 3 shots.
Commander Palmer, Crimson's reached the target.
Once again, Spartans do in 24 minutes what Marines can't do in 24 hours. Dalton, I need a decent-sized explosive launched from Infinity on Crimson's mark.
There we go.
Commander.
Crimson, secure the area near the generator. You're gonna be Dalton's eyes on this one.
Poor grunts always get killed the fastest. I don't get that. Ah, stop it! Right. You stop shooting at me, you stupid Sarah. There we go. Oh, man! What the hell? Was that a grunt that did that? Oh, there's a lot of enemies coming my way. Yeah, that was a grunts with Gauss cannons, man. That is messed up. I don't know, not a Gauss cannon. What do you call that? Gas? I totally forgot the name of those. Oh, let's see what it is. Oh, fuel rods. Yeah, freaking. They have those all the time too, especially during vehicle segments. And that was probably one of them. Oh, there's snipers up there. I should probably kill those. But yeah, grunts with the fuel rods is such a stupid thing. Because they freaking trigger happy that crap. And it always bugs me. Like, that's been in all the Halos. Like, even in Halo 1, the little bastards have freaking... Oh my god, there's a lot of them. Holy crap! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, there's so many. There's like 2 sword... Yeah, there's 2 sword zealots. Ah, come on. There's one on my left and one on my right. Which one's gonna come first? Ah, there he is. See if I can get him. Come on. I know I have a railgun like right there, but I don't want to go for it because he might kill me. Alright, let's change this one out and see if I can kill the other guy. with like one shot. Where is he? That's what I want to know. Where's the other guy with the sword? Because he will be at... Oh, there he is. Get him. Railgun! Oh! Such a powerful weapon. I love that weapon. You know what? Let's take this guy out. Oh! There's a third one? Oh, what the hell? Oh, that is cheap. There's a third swordsman guy. I did not notice that at all. I thought there were only two. So much. Oh, there's a fourth one. What the hell? There's one for every player. That's why you don't play that by yourself. You're not supposed to take on 4 of them. But it is accomplishable. I could probably play a whole entire episode without dying. I just think I had to be very cautious. Alright, I think we're almost done. Just have 2 more enemies to kill and we can wrap it up. Oh, no, that's not 2. Well, it looks like 2. No, that's 2. Never mind. I was correct. Oh, what? Oh! Of course, assassination, last kill. You have to do that. It's mandatory.
Target on the generator for Spartan Dalton.
That generator right there. Yep, I was correct. That looks like a generator to me. I didn't put anything on there.
Got it. Bombs away. Listen, I get to cover if I were you.
I am getting to cover. Disconnected. Wait, before it does anything, I kind of want to get my points for that. So hopefully I can log back on. Oh, man. Always love freaking my connection. Gotta love it. That's something that you'll know about me. It's like, my connection is so bad. Come on, log in. Log in. So much for streamlined peak play. Something has to happen, you know. I expect that to happen a nice amount of times when I'm doing online peak plays. Gotta love that. All right, I think it's worked. All right, good. There we go. Now can we like? Oh crap!
Get to the safe area now.
I think I'm at the safe area. Woo! That is awesome.
Impact on target, Commander. Confirming. All power to the area is gone.
Thank you
well
very
done,
much.
everyone.
Yeah.
Crimson, head to the extraction point and come on home.
I also like the picture-in-picture when it comes to communications. Love that stuff too. You actually get to see the people's faces that are talking to you. And that commander that just kind of popped up on my screen, she is a cocky person throughout the whole entire either campaign that you play, and she's also cocky. I think she's actually in one of the or not the maybe the Forerunner books, or that, or it's either Glass Planet book. I forgot what you call it, but it's supposed to be the book bridging Halo 4 and Halo 3. I think she's in there, and she also has the she kind of doesn't. She almost disrespects Master Chief, which I do not like. He's like, hey man, he earns everything. But yeah, now this is actually a good chance to check out kind of all the customization, kind of wrap everything up, and I'm gonna just start doing this properly now, because the last time I tried to actually wrap up how I felt about multiplayer, that wasn't a very good wrap up. So here's what I'm gonna do. As you can see, in War Games, you have up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different pretty much main type of modes throughout, and each mode actually has their own thing. Like if I go, it doesn't really tell me, but for instance, if I go to a custom game and I go to capture the flag, there are different type of capture the flags. There's one for just stealing the enemy flag, and there's one like a traditional capture flag. There's like a one flag, and so every type of mode has their own different variations of those. And I can actually see this changing from time to time. They did that in Reach too, where they added a new mode for like one thing I really liked was a community playlist too, where you're able to play all the Forge maps doing like Slayer. I think it was mainly Slayer stuff, but you can play literally matches and like rank matches and all that on custom Forge games. So you can actually play maps that you're not even familiar with, and that was always exciting too, because everyone had a fresh take on what that map was, which I kind of hope they will bring back. So hopefully there will be enough kind of an outlook for that to bring that back, because I literally have to say, what's the point in bringing back Forge if you can't play those and like in a playlist kind of like these right here? I want to have a community playlist or community Slayer or something like that. Yeah, it would probably be or if you kind of go to like, okay, I click on capture the flag and let's see, because they have map. Yeah, you can only have those. There's no such thing as like Forge maps. You can't just look for that, and you can of course look through that, and but there's nothing about Forge like searching through people's stuff. You would literally have to press start settings and go to file browser and go through here. Since I do not have a actual gold account, I'm actually going through a trial right now because I do not have enough money to buy me a trial just right now. If I had one, you would literally have to get everyone's Forge maps, which was like that in Halo Reach, where if you wanted a Forge map, you would go to your file browser and look through all that and see what were the top downloaded and recommended to you. After doing that, you download it to your system, you install it to your system, and then you can play those maps. And maybe that's the reason why they took away that option. But yeah, so War Games is pretty much online. That's all your standard online stuff, and the additions of Regicide, Dominion, and Flood, and I think that's it. Oh yeah, and the improved and more of, if you want to play MLG style, that is your MLG style right there, is Team Slayer Pro 4-on-4, sped up to where it feels more like an Unreal Tournament game. And I think shields are also have been weakened by a certain percentage as well. So it almost feels more a little bit of SWAT mixed in with a little bit of Slayer. So it kind of meets that middle ground, but a little bit faster as well. So I don't know if SWAT has been sped up, but Slayer has, the Team Pro Slayer. So anything that has Pro in it most likely will have the MLG settings that the players do. But as you can see, out of all the players, everyone still likes their Slayers. They still like the big team Slayer. And let's see, Flood is doing really well, and Capture the Flag is doing well. SWAT is also doing around that 25,000 mark. So Team Slayer Pro, a lot of people, only 3,000 or so people are playing it right now, or almost 4,000. And then you have the pretty much the 4 digits are the ones that are being shied away from, and that could change over time just depending on if more people play it. But Oddball has always been like a small community next to like where is Griffball? I thought Griffball was supposed to be in there. I don't see Griffball at all, if you notice. It's very interesting. I guess an Oddball is supposed to be Griffball, but yeah. It's not in there. But yeah, there you go. And that is War Games. Then you have your Spartan Ops, which will have an it's kind of like a monthly. Oh, I think it would probably be monthly if I'm correct. I don't know if they're gonna come up with monthly or how many episodes they said they were gonna do, but every episode comes with 5 chapters, and pretty much 5 chapters equals 5 missions, and it kind of it expands the Halo 4 story, and it shows you a little bit of background stuff of what was happening before, during, and after. I think this is before, during, and after of Halo 4, if I'm correct. That is all after it. So you can correct me on that. Comment down below and tell me how you, what you think it is, or just tell me the absolute facts. But there's that, and I can't actually wait for the other episodes. I might not have my Xbox Live by the time the 3rd episode comes out. I'll probably find out. I think I do. Yeah, I have another week. So Spartan Ops, it's not what I kind of expected to replace Firefight, but overall, it's not a bad thing. You can keep playing it and pretend. It's not pretending, but it is a good way to get your covey kills with your friends. So instead of, if you don't want to play, multiplayer, not multiplayer, but if you don't want to play story over and over again, that is another option. And they can also, it doesn't change though. The enemy types that are on Spartan Ops, they never change. It always is. They always come in the same way, so it doesn't have that horde mentality to where things are always changing. You never know if it's going to be easy or hard. In this case, in Spartan Ops, you know what levels are hard, what levels are, easy, and it just depends on the type of player you are, or easy. So there's that thing to where Spartan Ops can get old. And it probably will be. That's why they're always going to come out with new episodes. Hopefully they will keep doing that, unless they bring back Firefight. And if that's the case, if they ever do bring back Firefight, which I highly doubt they're going to do that, because I think they want to stick with Spartan Ops. I just don't know how long they're going to do it. Probably until Halo 5 comes out, or whatever they're going to name Halo 5. That will be the substitute for Firefight. And I don't know, they might come back with Firefight, but it seems like they wanted to steer away from that and do something more episodic, which I can totally agree on, but at the same time I kind of wish they still had that as like maybe a 3rd gameplay option for multiplayer. So I'm kind of sad about not having Firefight, but I can totally withheld with all this other new stuff that they've added into the game, which I can finally get to customizations and all that. Now, with Halo 4, they are doing a kind of like a Call of Duty thing now. They finally have the perk system and everything, which, is not necessary, but when it comes to majority of people today, they want to be able to unlock weapons, make their own loadouts, have perks, unlock the perks that are exclusive to their level, and be a badass they want to be. And you can all do that, like right here. I still have guns that I haven't unlocked yet because of my rank. I need to be an SR22, and I'm only an SR17 right now. So I can't use those weapons, but I am perfectly happy with a DMR or a battle rifle, which I can buy right now. And if you don't know what your balance is, and I had a hard time figuring out where my balance was, then SB is pretty much, I think, is thinking it's a Spartan point. I don't really know what they call it. They haven't even told me what SB means, or a special point, or I have no freaking clue. But SBs are pretty much the currency to unlock something. Once something is you can't unlock it by buying it. You have to, there are prerequisites, and that's what it is. After you meet those prerequisites, then it's unlocked, but you don't have it yet. Then you have your second thing that you have to do is to buy it with the SB points. And I can't buy those because I don't have 2. I have 1. And the reason why I know I have 1 is because there's a balance that's highlighted right above it to the right. And then it has balance 1 SP. And then it has my name, my rank, and my, just my tag and everything. So those were kind of hidden. I didn't really notice those because they're kind of like a fine print. But yeah, that's how you unlock your weapons and all that, is by meeting with the prerequisites and also saving up SP points. And it's also the same with secondary weapons. I did buy me a plasma pistol, but I'm not going to use those just quite yet. I have it for, as of course, I have my ranger, I have my long shot, and my long or medium to short medium to long range weapon, and then I have my guy that comes into bases and cleans house, and then I'll have other like support class. I'm going to try and make a support class here, then a heavy duty assault and sniper. If they ever need a sniper, which I don't think they ever will, I could do that. I don't think you can buy a sniper, can you? Nope, no snipers for primary weapons, which is actually pretty interesting. But if there's anything that I would do is usually with the perks now, with armor abilities, they still have armor abilities. The newest things that I think they are new additions now is the Promethean Vision, which allows you to see through solid cover through a certain distance, because you can turn it on, but you can't see the whole map. It has to be a certain distance, and when you move with that, it doesn't like unlock it, because it does a short burst scan of like depending on the radius. So you can see things that are close to you, but it's very limited to the distance of which it scans. And once after you pretty much scan it and look around you, do like a quick 360 and all that, turn it off so you can have that clarity. I don't use it that much. I might actually just go with a thruster pack or a jet pack for now, but I have pretty much everything unlocked by an SR 15. So you can literally get all of these by the time you're or unlock them all by my rank. So you can get whatever you want. But yeah, the newest ones are Promethean Vision, thruster pack, which is pretty much like the jetpack, but press it once. Depending on the direction you go or the direction you want to go, it'll do a quick, like almost like a dodge. In a way, it's kind of like the replacement for dodging, or like an elite roll. So that kind of replaced that, but a little bit faster, and it goes a little bit further. So that's actually really nice. Jetpack is here. Hologram works just the same as Reach. Then you have this new one, Hardlight Shield. Pretty much brings up if you played the single player and all that, it works just the same. Brings up a wall, a shielded, pretty much what I would call. It's called a Hardlight Shield, but it pretty much works just like a energy shield. It comes up. The longer you hold it, the weaker it gets. So you should only use it for a short period of times before you could easily get killed too. So it's a very strategic armor, I forgot what you call them, armor ability. So totally spacing out. I've been spacing out a lot throughout this peak play, but I guess it's okay. And yeah, you have your active camo. Active camo is a little bit tricky. I haven't actually figured out how to use that yet. At least in when I do pick it up in Spartan Ops and all that, it looks like you really do have to you have to move very slowly and all that to actually make it work. If you go into a run or just a run or a sprint, it turns it off completely. I've noticed that you don't go into like easily do that. You either have to walk or you have to crouch it in order for it to work, but it's very tricky for that to work. I've noticed though, when you have a sword and you go into camouflage mode, it also camouflages the sword now. So they've improved that to where you could literally be a melee killing machine now, especially if you find the sword and you have active camo. That would be a perfect thing, especially going into bases in Dominion and taking them, and you could literally be the perfect Predator. You can be the Predator from Predator if you really wanted to. And then they have auto sentry, and it's pretty much this auto sentry that will pop out and help you defend, as it says right there, defend a strategic point and on the battlefield or choke points. But it does not follow you around. It is very stationary, but it floats up top, so it has a high ground, but it can be taken out very easily as well. So quite frankly, for me as a player, it would be good to defend areas, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. It's mainly to suppress your enemy or to be a nice little distraction. And I think this is actually a better substitute than the hologram, because at least when it comes to players, people don't fall for the whole hologram thing. They've pretty much learned that whole trick in Halo Reach. So if you want anything to distract other players because they're getting shot from another direction, go with Auto Sentry instead of Hologram. And then you got Regeneration Field. Regeneration Field is pretty much like a healing source. It's, I don't remember if they had it in Reach. Oh, yeah, they did. I think they had it in Reach. It's pretty much yeah, it's not new. So all you do is pop it down, a green orb, or green orb of radiation comes out and heals up your teammates, regenerating pretty much just the shield. So if you're in some really tricky situations, especially if you're trying to capture a base or something like that, or trying to defend an area, and you guys are in a very tight situation, all of your shields are down, pop that out and it'll instantly regenerate that as fast as possible. So that's also really good, as perfect for the support classes, that and the Auto Sentry, which is probably a really good suggestion for people that want to be a support class and team objectives. But then you have your tactical packs. I'm not going to go through all of these, but they're pretty much like little boosts for, like, okay, if you want your shield to go up faster, or you want to pretty much have unlimited sprinting. So that one's unlimited sprinting. So sprinting is not unlimited in this game. It never was in like Reach, and there was also a armor ability, which sprinting is not an armor ability anymore, which is nice. It's fantastic. And then you have resupply. Pretty much you can get ammo and well, I think it's just grenades. Yeah, it just says just grenades. Resupply allows the recovery of grenades. So whenever an ally dies, you can actually pick up their grenades. So if you love grenades, this is the thing for you. But I don't use grenades that often. I usually just pick them up from my dead foes. So then you have AA efficiency. Pretty much it is to it increases the charge, decreases the charge rate of the armor ability. Then you have a grenader, pretty much increases the capacity of grenades that you have, and firepower, which you can totally toss out that pistol of yours and come up with a second primary weapon. So that would be really good if you're an assault type of person, or if you're just in a sticky situation too, where okay, someone has a long range gun, I only have a short range gun for my other primary. I'm gonna switch out with a DMR instead of an assault rifle. So that would be really nice, especially if you're one of those people that just, I don't care about pistols, I want another heavy weapon. So those are cool. And then you have your support, which is pretty much increases ammo, increases your speed, reloads, and all that, and weapon swapping. Sensor. Oh, this one. No, okay, this one, awareness. This is really cool for snipers and people that just like to scope a lot, because you can actually be in the sniper and you can actually be scoped and still be able to see your radar. So if there is someone that's about to try and assassinate you while you're scoping, you can totally pick up on it and they will never know, because you have that ability. So everyone that's trying to assassinate like snipers, beware, they might have this perk. So beware, you could actually be getting tricked by doing that, because depending on if they have communication with their teammates, it could be a trap as well. So it'd be actually really nice to see people kind of pull that off. So yeah, and then you have just a whole bunch of like perks. They have two different type of perks. Then you have your armor abilities. Then you have your primary, secondary, or it could be two primaries depending on new perk. And then you have your grenades, which the grenades pretty much is plasma grenade. I favored plasma grenade because I like sticking people. And then you have your frag grenade, and then you have pulse grenade, which I don't really care about pulse grenades. I really don't like it. It does that, that initial, it'll take your shields down maybe halfway, and then it'll do a finishing kill, which takes a while. It's like a 2-second or a 1-second wait, and then it collapses onto itself doing the finishing blow. But usually when that thing hits you, you can easily back out of it before it finishes off. So it's not very good, I think, for multiplayer, but in single player, it was okay. It was an okay grenade, which I didn't really care for. So there are some weapons that were introduced in this game that I didn't really care for at all. And of course, you can name all your loadouts. So you have a total of 5. To get your last loadout, looks like you have to be a level 41. So there you go. Now to go to armor customization. Of course, you have all your different type of armors and everything like that. I like to match my stuff. As you can see here, I don't like to mix it up. I like to have everything kind of matching and all that. So as with the weapons, you have to meet prerequisites, and you also have to I think it's just mainly prerequisites. You don't have to buy armor. So if you're worried about buying a weapon and totally freaking out, it's like, oh, I can't buy armor because I bought the weapon and all the other stuff. You don't have to buy armor pieces with SP points. All that's for the loadouts. So no worries there. All you have to do is pretty much to unlock it is to meet the prerequisites, which is either by getting a commendation or commendation, right? As you can see there, commendation for getting the Spartan Spree Master, or is a master rank for that commendation, or it is the old traditional ranking up. There's also some waypoint armors that you can get by going to Waypoint, Halo Waypoint. I think it's this HaloWaypoint.com, and entering codes. You can find that on any website. I know IGN has pushed that out a lot, so they actually have the codes too if you want to check them out. But I know I have a very love-hate relationship with IGN. I hate their video stuff. I pretty much hate at least 75% of their written, their articles and all that. They do some stupid stuff. I'm not gonna lie. IGN has done some really stupid stuff in the past, but yeah, for all that, they do have the codes for the Halo stuff, and definitely check those out if you want some free armor, as long as you meet the prerequisites with our armor. So you want to actually see those. I think it is called the Infiltrator armor, if I'm correct. But yeah, you have that, and your forearm and all that. But you also have visor customizations, which was in Halo 3. Which I think pretty much Spartan customization was only in Reach, if I'm correct. Well, no. It came out in it came out in Halo 3. We were able to customize your stuff. So never mind. I am totally wrong on that. But yeah, Halo 3 was the one that do customizations, and you can have that. That one I really won't. That would be nice. I'm getting close to that, and it looks really pretty well on my armor. I probably need a lighter red for my my thing to match it though. Well, if I get any lighter red, I'll be pink. Then you have Sunspot, which looks like oil on my visor. Looks like there's gasoline. Yeah, it looks like gasoline. But there you go. And then you can also customize colors. You have your primary, and then you have your secondary colors. If I change my secondary colors, you can see that. So you got that. And after doing all your Spartan armor customizations, you have Spartan ID. Pretty much your Spartan ID is your pretty much what it directly says, your ID. When it comes to people seeing your Spartan for the first time, you have your tag, which is, I put AKVG because I'd like to whore out AKVG Games, and that no one knows what AKVG is unless I have to literally say what AKVG is all about. And then you have your emblem, which is, my emblem is that cup of death. And when you first do this, it looks very limiting. Like, oh, you only have like, I think it was up to like that or something. But they unlock over time. So literally, I only had like maybe 6 or so things like up to here, and I was like all the way from there to there. But as you rank up, it starts to come out even more. So you have to actually have even more. So you don't get to see all the emblem stuff yet until you rank up more. The more you rank up, the more is unlocked. and the more things you can see what you can unlock after you get to certain ranks or prerequisites. So keep playing multiplayer and you get to see more things. That's how they kind of did it in there. Then they have something that I don't really care for. I stuck with recruit stance, but stances are pretty much like the card that you see below. You can check out people's Spartans and all that, but they have like a it's kind of like the armors and all that other stuff. The more you rank up, the more stances you get. There's one I like where he's holding the knife and he's about to slash someone. But I stuck with recruit because heroic just kind of looks stupid. I'm not gonna lie, heroic looks dumb. So sticking with that. And yeah, there's your customization features for there. And then you have of course your challenges, your weekly, daily, and monthly challenge. Campaign only looks like they have weekly challenge for now. War games, they have dailies, weeklies, and monthlies. So you can guys go check that out. I'm about to get one right now, which is about get 15 kills with a precision loadout weapon. So I could probably do that before I clock it in. And then you have your Spartan Ops, which only has weeklies right now. I think they will probably have monthlies and dailies. Just depends on what they will do in the future. They're probably just testing it all out. But if you want to have like daily content, I think War Games is the way to go, because that's the only way you're gonna get daily content is with War Games. And yeah, you can probably always like go with dailies, then go with weeklies, and then knock out your monthlies, which is I think that's pretty much the way they wanted you to do it. Then you have your commendations. You have your weapon commendations. I think only works if you're if you're only killing Spartans, and that pretty much means you only get weapon commendations if you are playing War Games. So that's it. You only get your enemy commendations. Of course, when you see all this, it automatically says, okay, play Spartan Ops, because yeah, it even says Spartan Ops. So you don't get enemy commendations playing single player, which is sad, and you also don't get any points for your Infinity campaign by playing single player. So they've taken all that out, taking out pretty much everything that keeps people playing campaign from Reach away from doing that. So that is sad. That is something I wish they kind of kept, is to keep you wanting to keep playing single player for like challenges and all the other stuff, which is a sad note. So sadly they took that away, and they just kept it multiplayer and Spartan Ops. So they have that, and they have it looks like the vehicles is both War Games and Spartan Ops. Then you have your player, which is pretty much, it looks like it's just War Games. And then it looks like game types, of course, War Games. So if I go in here, go into Slayer, you can see it looks like I have to pretty much win a certain amount of matches in order to get those commendations. High score, so pretty much finish in the top 3 players in Slayer, which I haven't done a lot of. And then you have your, pretty much, there's always that last commendation that everyone will get, which is like the Master commendation, which you would have to pretty much master all of these, and then you get that one at the last moment, and that doesn't say if it's worth any experience, but if I'm correct, if you do get like Slayer Master, you probably get a shit ton of stuff maybe, so it depends. But yeah, those are all the commendations. So I actually like that. It makes people work a lot for using different type of weapons, play different type of modes and all that. It keeps things flowing and circulating, which is always a nice thing, because you don't want people to stick around with the same type of stuff and everyone copying each other and all that other stuff. It's just a waste of time, in my opinion, if you don't change it up a bit, make things fresh. And then you have specializations, which I think I am about to get Wetworks, I think either SR20 or an SR30. This might also be a prestiging thing too, where I think you're, from Call of Duty, if you know what prestiging is, it's pretty much getting to the top and restarting again. I don't think you restart, but I think you unlock these new ones, which is your Spartan 4's wet work, and then your operator, which I think those are just different, pretty much different type of classes, which I don't know what those things do, but that one I kind of won't because of its helmet, and it looks awesome. It looks crazy. So I wouldn't mind having something like that once it's unlocked, but it looks like I have to pretty much the prerequisite is to level up a Spartan 4 all the way up, I guess. That's my guess. Then you have your service records. Pretty much what it is sums up everything. This is what Halo 4 is all not Halo 4, but Halo Waypoint is all about. So if you have a gold count, you can use Halo Waypoint. But if you don't have a gold count, you cannot use Halo Waypoint, and you can also, all that stuff would be pretty much useless unless you just like looking at your campaign. So yeah. And then you have your Spartan Ops, and you can also look at all that stuff and detail too. So if you want to look at something in detail, whoops. Oh, you can't. Oh, you can't do it from here. You literally have to go to those options. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. And okay, to wrap up how I feel about it, if you buy Halo 4 just for the multiplayer, it's worth it just for the multiplayer. Single player though, I might as well do that because I didn't do it in my Halo 4 peak play for the single player. Halo 4 single player, I thought, is the only thing that really bugs me about a single player. It's short, and it also felt anticlimactic. That's all I'm really going to say about the negatives. I really do like the way that 343 Studios is trying to handle storytelling. Storytelling, it seems strong and solid. There are a few moments when it comes to voice acting that kind of felt like they're lacking in emotion and conviction and everything. Just things that make voice acting strong. And just the lack of emotion in certain scenes can also kind of bring it down a bit. But overall, the single player, when it comes to storytelling, is really nice, and it gets closer to what the books try and do, trying to make that dialogue between Cortana or Halo Master Chief with other characters what it's supposed to be. Because if you ever read the books, Master Chief actually talks a lot more than what he does in the games. He always has those quick one-liners or like a sentence or two. Never really talked in the games. So you get a little bit more dialogue with Master Chief, but he still doesn't talk as much as I thought he was going to. But yeah, he does have a nice amount of lines, which is refreshing because you get to know Master Chief a little bit more, which you're always supposed to do when it comes to single player. And I think that's why it's missing with a lot of first-person shooters these days, is that you don't get enough dialogue with your main characters. You don't get to really know them, and it kind of sucks not getting to know what's going on around you, especially what they're thinking about and what's going on in their head. And with this whole situation in the single player, you get to know the characters a little bit more if you haven't read the books. And also, if you play Halo 4 and if you didn't know what was going on in the story, and you don't know what's going on with AIs and all that, freaking you'll be lost. I really do have to say it. Without my help when it came to playing the single player, when Lauren was playing co-op with me for the first time, and it was also our first time playing Halo 4, she would be so lost if she didn't have my knowledge of what was going on in the stories. Like, what is all this about? Who are the Prometheans and what, blah, 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 blah. But they also explain that to you throughout the story as well. But there are certain things that they don't explain all the way, and it would confuse the hell out of people if they didn't read the books. And I think reading the books and just knowing a little bit more about the things, all that. So that is practically the only flaws with the single player, is that story can be confusing. It's also really short. I think an average person that has beaten it around 5 to 6 hours, which is really short if you think about it. But it's actually, I think it's just like 3 hours below a decent time for a single player mission. Just a story, because you don't want your single player first person shooters, at least. That's what I meant to say about what a decent hours length of single player is around 8 hours or 10. Because anywhere longer than that, I've noticed that I get really tired. It's like, okay, need to take a break. There's a lot of shooting, blah, blah, blah. Unless you're Bioshock or something like that, have that type of pacing. But, alright, but overall, love the storytelling. Graphics are amazing. Cutscenes are fantastic. And I do really like the voice acting, but there are just certain points in it where it has problems. And there are also, of course, the occasional bugs and glitches, and I haven't run into any game-ending glitches, but there are some. You could probably look them up and see what the game-ending glitches are. But most likely, you will not run into them because they're very rare. So this game is very polished. I love it. And I'm also a huge fan of the Halo franchise itself. I love the lore. A lot of people don't give Halo credit for having a strong background, but they're totally wrong. There's so many books on the lore itself, a huge community. There's an encyclopedia, for God's sakes, for the freaking the lore and just all the enemy types and everything else like that. And there's such a huge background when it comes to religious battles and all that. But I'm gonna wrap that up for how I feel about that. It's a very solid single player experience. With multiplayer, for what I played with multiplayer, I love it. It's Halo as Halo, but a lot stronger, a lot more polished. A lot of people will get that first sensation of playing Halo 2 for the first time, and the reason why is because they brought the battle rifle back. Battle rifle feels meaty, it feels nice. It could actually compete with the DMR depending on the range. I noticed if you're in a medium contact range, where you didn't have to scope it, DMR could actually beat, not the DMR, but the battle rifle could actually beat the DMR. So they brought back all the three main weapons, which was the assault rifle, battle rifle, and then the DMR. Those can all actually compete with themselves depending on your situation and range. And I think that is amazing that they brought them all back. It really balances out how you can play it. You don't have to play, you don't have to play with a DMR anymore to get, fast and crazy kills. You can literally play this, the multiplayer with a battle rifle, not a battle rifle, but an assault rifle, and tear people up, because that thing can actually dwindle people's shields if you're on a medium to close range target. It's fantastic. I played a couple matches with the assault rifle, and they definitely made that thing, meaty. I love using that word because it sounds, it has a lot of power to that gun, and that's what was lacking in I think Halo 3 and Reach, is that the assault rifle was not really worth having. But now they fixed it. Now they made it to where if you're in close range combat, battle rifle will most likely win because you're tearing people up unless you get headshots with a DMR constantly. So if you don't get headshots with that DMR, you sucking win, man. Like I was doing in the first 2 peak plays of this multiplayer. I know this video's going longer than what you guys think. Let's see how long it's been. Holy crap, this it might take me about 2 days to upload this video, but I should probably wrap it up now. I spent an hour and almost 10 minutes. Oh my freaking god, it's the longest peak play I've ever had. But so much for a peak play. It's more like a long ass review. But yeah, that's how I kind of feel about that, and I will hopefully see you guys next time. Definitely don't forget to comment down below on what you agree and what you disagree on, and tell me how you feel about the single player and multiplayer of Halo 4, or why you don't want to buy it, or why you're boycotting the game or bought it blindly. Just tell me how you feel about the game, and I will definitely carry out a conversation with you guys. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. Enjoy yourself.